has to be.
It's got to be done very well.
I think
If I see military and then I see a love story, I'm trying to figure out what the hell is it.
I think it needs to be maybe a little less and a little more of
The love story.
Love story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that we see the element of this,
Right.
but we buy into the love story.
Right.
Because right now,
Like in the
it's
teaser,
still,
you see her legs up, you know, and then and you hear him, you know, and then you see the battle scene, and I mean,
Okay.
well, because what we
Okay.
stand,
and you kind of tying them together.
yeah,
so
it's
it's
like
just an overlay.
it's still it's just two answers right here.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if you show too much of it, I mean, I'm thinking it's a war zone versus if it's a love story, and I actually started to see it now watching this. In addition, the surprise of it, seeing that would probably play more to me like, oh man, that was a good ass movie. You didn't see, you ever never thought what you saw.
Right.
Because I mean, you caught me in there because of the trailer about the love story and passion and all that yada yada yada, and then you see that thing running in conjunction with the story. It's like, I don't know if you ever saw The War of the Roses.
Oh yeah, love that
Yes,
movie.
yes, I love that movie too.
With all of the characters fighting on the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
But yeah, I mean, just creative idea, throwing stuff out there.
Yeah.
But in the trailer or teaser or whatever we're doing, it kind of being almost, I really like the idea of it seeming like a real intense battle scene.
Yeah.
But like a soldier's love story or something like that in the battle scene, so then we can, I don't know, like, y'all looking at me.
if I see that, then I'm thinking it's a war movie.
Okay. I think that would be hilarious.
It's a war movie.
All right. So show the love side of the war
set up.
story, maybe.
I guess.
But you're gonna have the guys all looking funny.
Yeah,
It's
I was gonna say,
obviously not a war movie because they're
everybody
gonna
dressed in
have
white.
like white caps on or you know
Yeah.
whatever it is that they're
That's true.
wearing. It's like what soldiers wear that?
Yeah.
You're gonna know
It's
it's
like a bunch
not.
of sperm to me.
That giveaway, probably.
Yeah, you don't want to give it away.
And of course, some of the locations can't be named the way they're described here because
Yeah,
they would give it away.
Yeah,
It's
too
too obvious.
obvious.
That's why I said they would have to run.
You know they say now
Not on
that
the
give
Instead
people
of
more
John
credit.
Virginia.
Right.
Like how we say
Give people a little
I
more
agree.
credit.
I felt that.
The only way that I think the way that you may be able to integrate it is when they like at the bar scene, drinking or whatever. See, the bar scene could be any soldier anywhere with a love story. I mean,
Right.
so I mean that could be anything. You're not wearing white caps or anything.
Yeah.
If you're talking about it could when you're talking about the love story, it could be they could show the relationship between the woman and the man that has all the kids.
Just starting to build.
It's
We're going to DEFCON 3.
Well, the thing about it
That's
is,
just building.
the thing about it is, if you have like two buddies at the West name, like if they're having a problem as man and wife, the whole dynamics between the man and the woman, then the two guys at a bar in a trailer, you know what? That girl is, you know, she's done this, that. They don't know that these are actually soldiers in the war. They're trying to get. They just think that these two had a problem. These folks got a bunch of kids. The two guys that are in a bar, which something will happen every day, talking about relationships, but they don't know what their role is until they get in there and realize there were two guys at the bar. That was two soldiers, two sperm soldiers talking about those two.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you
It's gotta be implied.
Yeah, you can't
I
see
mean,
it.
unless it's gonna be like a straight Wayans type comedy. You know what I mean? Where
Right.
theirs is just ridiculous, and they would have to see that in the back scene, and they don't care. You know, it's like it's all for the laugh. But his doesn't seem to be just for the laugh.
No.
Maybe something like a tagline, something as above, so below, you know, something about that, you know, or life repeats itself, something cute.
that'd be cute to go along with.
Something like that, you know, as above, so below, and then you know, and even below can be almost
Think what you said.
sexual. Something like that, something that gives you an
Somebody said,
idea.
oh, it was a
I'm not
battlefield.
quite getting what you're saying.
Well, some kind of tagline that has something to do with like life repeating itself, like what's going on in the you know mitosis world and in fertility
Okay.
can be what goes on in our perceptual world.
Okay.
And there's something like as above, so below. I don't know, just something like
Okay, I
that.
see
You
what
know,
you're saying.
the idea of like while we're struggling to get along, there's a fight going on here, you know, to get fertilized or something like that. I don't know. You know, some idea like that. Some.
So let's because I like my favorite like trilogy is The Matrix, and that was the story of Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
But he didn't even get it until the last scene of the movie of the trilogy. You know, you watch two whole movies without realizing what was going on until the last scene of the trilogy.
Red or blue pill.
You're like,
There you go. Back to the red or the blue pill again.
Yeah.
I think it depends on who's watching. It's just like how we all had different perspectives, you know what I mean? Because,
Right.
I mean, I look into clues on everything. So, you know what I mean? So I figured, I don't know about you, I figured out before that third one. But it's the correlation, like you said, when you start, Babylon, I mean, they made so many references to different
The
things.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes, and
Oh,
so I mean, the Matrix.
Matrix.
So they made so many references to
Right.
those things that were biblical. It was kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Is
What a
it?
coincidence.
But again, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
It wasn't out there.
It wasn't cheesy.
Right, you had to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I could see the guys in the bar. You know, the same thing happened to Samson messing around with Delilah. I mean, you could run all kinds of
Metaphors or
metaphors
correlations.
from history about men and women. You know, in the trailer, you know, there's always been a battle between men and women. You could, you know,
There you go.
all kinds of cool stuff about, you know, historical men and
Love
women's
is a
problems.
battlefield.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Venus.
You know,
So what is the name of it? What is the title?
It's called Captain Gamada now. Gameta or whatever.
no promises, no demands, love is a
Yeah.
It doesn't
battlefield.
buy anything.
Doesn't tell you anything. So
I know,
it's a
does
working
Gameta stand for something?
Gameta actually is
What is that?
if you look at
Medical
it,
term?
it's a medical term for sperm, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Gametes,
Well, that makes more
gametes.
sense if you know that. Most people won't.
Right.
Yeah.
Good matter.
Lucky shot.
The title's got it. Yeah.
My
Yeah,
brain.
yeah, that's not the title.
All right.
Love is a battlefield.
I just stopped talking.
I love you.
No,
I
it's
love you.
Like,
Thank you, thank you.
And go
I can contribute.
And
We
go.
are
They
strong.
asked to sell.
All right, so good. So, all right, well, this has been great. So, what I want you to do is, if you come up with anything else, you think of anything else, you know, maybe send me an email or whatever, call me or what have you.
Who's doing the writing on this, do you know?
The guy's name is Melvin Webb, and he's not a professional writer by any means, so he's open, you know, to any kinds of input or what have you, you know. So.
There's a screenwriters group meeting right now, I was gonna be with them. And, you know, if you write a 90-page script, if you follow all the protocols using, whether it is first draft, final draft, yeah,
Yeah.
do it, you know, and format it right, you can bring your script into, right, it's right here in Roswell too.
Okay.
And we'll all read it.
Yeah.
And the feedback you get are from professionals.
Wow.
It's really cool.
That would be great.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. So, you know, you just kind of, just put it on the pot. You know, you come in one day and you bring it on and you just kind of hang around that week and you listen. And, yeah, it's really cool. And it's happening right now, as a matter of fact. It happens every other Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday.
I was getting ready to say, you know, my own truth is one, but no offense to you guys, you know, I don't know who, I know you, but you're like, I'm putting my script out there to, you know, all
Yeah,
these
to a bunch of
people,
people
and
I know.
then what happens, I mean, do you guys, as the screenwriters,
Like,
the
it's-
group?
I'm not a screenwriter, I just read.
Oh,
hear you
well, I mean,
saying.
but do they have something in place over there that's like, you all cannot, they have to sign something so that no one doesn't all of a sudden come with something very similar?
I'm
Because I
sure
think
they
that's- I
have,
think
they've
that's-
got to have something. I mean, I don't.
I think that's what
I've never
people are
really tried
very
it.
scary about doing
Yeah.
that.
Well,
They're good people.
I'd be interested in bringing it to the
Yeah,
group.
they're
I mean,
good
he's got
people.
it, you know, the what is it, Writers Guild and copyright and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm
And-
saying.
Yeah, and if
do
you're
that.
copywritten, you're pretty safe.
If y'all
But
get
they
a chance,
changed
if y'all get a
dramatically, though, it
chance,
sounds like.
Google Erasing the Sperm and watch it. It is actually it was well
What is it called?
produced.
Informative.
Race of the Sperm or
I will
something.
definitely watch.
You
Great
watch it,
Sperm
it's like
Race.
The Great Sperm Race.
The Great Sperm Race, it's well narrated and it shows the troopers and when
And
they
the
get
writers
attacked
have to
and
make sure
all
that
kinds of
he's
crazy
not-
stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you might, yeah,
There's a great sperm race too.
yeah, make sure they're too close because they all dressed in, when you say dressed
Yeah,
in white,
but I saw that.
They running through the
And I just saw the
fields.
graphics. We have like a graphic animator guy who's already produced a lot of the graphic stuff that's going on, and some of it looks like some of the.
and they talk about this guy. It goes through the process of, they gave the guy a character. The guy is a character.
Yeah.
And he meets the girl and it goes through the whole process of the whole thing. It's kind of cool.
I can't
Wow.
wait. All right, we got
55 minutes. Got the whole thing on here, I guess.
Well, I must have.
How long was that?
Mine was
Just curious,
10
we,
minutes.
oh, you don't know.
Well, it's the whole deal.
You don't know about how long
What's that,
it was?
14 minutes?
14 minutes. Yeah.
Great
Right.
sperm race.
Great sperm race.
Oh, that's why, 14 minutes?
Mine pulled up something else. I don't know.
And they got doctors that they interject, real doctors come in through
I'm on
and talk
YouTube.
about it.
Oh, okay, so it's more documentary
It's
type.
documentary, but his story sounds just
55
like
minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's it there.
You see, that's
You can
what.
see the guys running through dressed in white.
Yeah. I saw
Are they running through like cheesy though?
Was that?
So they running through TV.
But those are just babies
Yeah.
in the air floating.
This baby didn't even
Thanks
exist.
for giving us the
We'll talk about
opportunity
it.
to
The
watch.
story of how it came to be against impossible odds is extraordinary. This is the moment of conception. When one
This may be a scientific documentary.
But it's very entertaining, because they got all kinds of, they got people, they got people playing sperms, it's hilarious.
Oh, really?
They're fighting and stuff and killing each other, it's cool.
Yeah, he does, right, I definitely might want to just take a look at it.
I would definitely have to look at that. That's the first thing I'm
And
telling you.
Not too many
Look at this.
similarities.
And definitely for the love of the game, you want to see that idea, because that's a big thing, that whole idea of timeline of the movie and the storyline and having the overlay, that's.
It's hard to be
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
thought about it,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really hard. It is, it really is.
Yeah, Turner
No.
told me, he said, look, anything you can think of.
Is this
yeah,
part of it?
5 scriptures just like
No,
this.
it's not animals.
It's so funny.
Even in music, I was just redoing like old music. I mean, it's like,
You know what's
That's
funny I saw today? You know, I just
You
did
wanna
the
go over
single
there, show
moms
you
club
what you
type
got
of everything.
or you?
Literally on my
Want me to go
timeline
over
on
there?
Facebook,
I'll
something
show you
popped
where
up
it
in
is.
the movie that Tommy Ford did.
Yeah,
Called
we can show you.
Baby Mama's
I'll
Club.
show you. Let's
Baby Mama's
introduce you
Club,
to the
no.
people.
All right.
That's it.
But I mean, I never knew that, and I was just like, it popped up in
All right,
my
somebody
head.
catch some feedback going on right now.
Lionsgate maybe change the name.
All right, well, we're gonna call it.
Let's call something
Okay,
else.
thank you.
Yeah, so it just
All right.
goes to show you, it's just like, you can't.
Okay, all right. All right.
Is Sharon coming in here? Like,
Oh, let me
Thank
tell
you.
her, yeah, because she was gonna talk to us.
I met you before.
Oh, I haven't met you before, man.
Hold on, I'm
Man, this is fun.
outside for one minute.
This is-
It was fun. It
Racing
was
from the radio
fun.
station.
That
Had to
was,
let my dog
that
out,
was cute.
running around. This was fun.
I think this could really be a movie just crack people up all the time.
That
Definitely.
sounds.
I'm thinking easily a chick flick. Chick flick.
That's, I mean, I feel chick
Oh, no,
If you
totally agree.
got Gabrielle Union playing, I'll be there.